welcome to the Church of Thomas. Angels, 2308. I have heard many descriptions of angels over the years. Some people think they are in a hierarchy. Many people like the idea of cubby-holding angels. Archangels have armor and swords. Some are called watchers. They supposedly keep an eye on our every move. Some are called choirs. They sit around singing all the time like some sort of heavenly background music. Some are just like cute little cherubs that go around like the Roman god Cupid, making people fall in love. Outside of that idea, some people think that they have Outside of that idea, some people think that they have to talk to an angel to get God's attention. God may send help in a form of an angel, but God likes to hear directly from you. You won't get any more attention or aid asking an angel or Jesus for help than you would get from God directly. Some people think that angels are all cookie-cutter in personalities and abilities. It is a sort of depersonalizing to be thought of that way whether you are human or an angel. Stereotyping an angel is an easy way to make them less than you are. Speaking of less, there are people who say that angels bow down to people. They explain that God just made them to take care of us. They insinuate that angels are without a soul or free will and automatons. Some people have considered it their right to order angels around like servants, not of God, but of themselves. I think this is a great way to wind up with an angel that no longer works for God. Demons love to associate with arrogant and foolish people among us. The way angels really are is a far cry from these images. They can choose. If they could not choose, there would be no demons. Just because some brat insists on help, an angel's aid does not mean it will be given. Often these orders are not sanctioned by God's will. Because of this, they can be ignored. If you keep it up, you will draw the bad elements of ex-angels to your side. But trust me, they are not in it for they are in it for themselves, not machines for you to order around like a spoiled brat. Angels have personalities that are as diverse as humans. When they are qualified for a position, they are encouraged to follow that calling. All angels have in their possession armor. All angels have swords. All angels talk with God. All angels can choose. They help God out of a great love and respect. They generally go where they are asked to go. All angels can help and discipline people as God wills it. All angels have wings, though they may be hidden when not in use. All angels have a great love of music and singing. The best way to describe the relationship of angels to each other, God and people, is a family model. God is in charge as a parent figure. Some call God Dad, some call God Mom. Since God has no gender, God likes both nicknames. The eldest angels help supervise and rarely come to the physical world. The slightly younger angels do missions to help people at God's request. God made angels differently because they needed to have a support system if they came to live in the world. They were made in pairs. There are very few of this kind still in the world. The angel pairs have relief angels that are slowly replacing them. They are, of course, the next generation angels. They are the youngest angels. The distinction is that they are not made in pairs but earn the promotions by lives helping God. They are coming from the ranks of people. So you can see we are all children of God. We are all valued as important and special with our unique needs and talents. The next gens are interesting in another way. They do not think inside the box. Many have been abused or attacked for who they are and what they can mature into being. Despite this, they find God again at some point in their lives. Sometimes they remember their mission from childhood. Others discover their way to serve their dad much later in life. I have also noticed that because next gens think differently, they are often labeled as disabled. Learning disabled labels are often attached to them. Ironically, these disabilities are necessary to walk the line between two different realities. They have to be aware in a heightened state of heaven to stay in touch with the source of their guidance, God. The list I've discovered so far includes dyslexia, ADHD, and dissociative disorder. The last one comes from a mixture of attacks and their awareness of other places than the world around us. Before you say how horrible to suffer like that, there is a positive side to these traits, and I'll use an analogy. If you were born with an extra arm, you might be labeled disabled. But what if I told you that that person used the third arm in an amazing way? Maybe they would become a one-person surgical team. If it is used to its full potential, it quits being a problem and becomes a unique asset instead. What if you could smell colors? There are people who do. Maybe the poetry inspired by their experiences would broaden the limited vision of other people around them. Maybe create music that is special in its power to heal. Because next gens can look at the world with fresh eyes, they often see things that are hidden from other people. They can straddle the realities without being sucked into one or the other. Their ability to hear God's voice and instructions is greatly heightened. Their differences help them do what God wants done. I hope that you will look at your own labels, and do any of them help you to aid others? Do you feel their pain? Do you know when the correct course is set? Do you listen to your intuition? Do you listen to the small, still voice that guides you to do good? You're special too. I ask that you see the things people have labeled you with. Ask yourself how you could use any of these differences to help others. If so, please explore them and make them work for you. God bless the whole world, no exceptions. Angel Eliza.